Well, hello my friends! Welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing Scriber tools. In particular, Scriber tools by Immature Uncle. Yes, that's the name of the company, Immature Uncle. These are dual-sided, I mean they have different side blades on each end of the Scriber. Their normal line is a single-sided Scriber. And, check this out, they're also dual-sided, but it's the same size at both ends. Just one's a little shorter and longer, depending on your reach of where you got to get to on the piece. But it's the same on both sides. And the reason why they have these plastic tubes, and they all come with extra plastic tubes, is you block one side like that, so when you're scribing, you don't accidentally get stabbed. But the flat piece of carbide steel that is used here is really good. It just holds good in your hand, believe it or not, instead of having a handle. The flat that you put your hand on, the flat steel, kind of tells you you're not crooked at all, I think it was a really good idea. But that's why you see these plastic at each end. Now, they're regular, like I said, their regular line has dual-sided, but it's the same on both sides. So for today's test, we're doing a dual side. This has a 0.1 millimeter, a 0.125, and they will be marked as such. 0.1, 125, a 0.15 to a 0.2, a 0.3 to a 0.4, and a 0.5 to a 0.6. It belongs under here, but for easy access to show you guys, I just left it undone from the ribbon. Takes a little bit to pull that baby out. These sell for $38. So if you cut it in half, because you figure you're going to be getting two, you're under $20 per Scriber. These are very high quality Scribers. Like I said, it's carbide steel. I originally discovered this company about a year or two ago, and I did a video on them. Not a big detailed video, so we are going to redo that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is their original product. And what it is it removes seam lines from your kits. See the seam line right there? It turns the seam line into a panel line. And it's the same type of idea and design. It's a flat tool. Got the little cap here. Let's pull that off. But you can see it's set as a completely different style chisel. Very heavy, really high quality. And once you get your piece together, I would glue it. And then, but I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to redo this video. We're going to go a little more detail. And look at that. It turned the panel line. It turned the seam line into a panel line. And I've kept this with this in the box, so as a demo. But we're going to probably going to revisit this and pick out a nice kit that'll work with it. I discovered a better way of doing it, and that is once I scribed it, I kind of put a bead of glue in it to seal in where the paint would go, so it doesn't leak it through. And like I said, we'll go over that again. I think I'm going to do that again pretty soon. But that's the first time I discovered Immature Uncle, was this particular panel line piece. So, but for today, we are going to go ahead and I'm going to show you each of these already scribed on some plastic with the sizes, so you can kind of see the size difference across the board. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scribe a couple of pieces here on the camera and show you how it goes. Now for this, I already put my tape down. I've used this carving guide tape from Hobby Meal. Really good stuff, but it's a little too thin for me, so I cut into the roll and I pick up a couple of layers so I get a nice thicker piece of tape to guide my scribing through. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull a line with one side, then we're going to flip it over and we'll scribe the other half, and then we'll put some panel line in it. And you can also use these label maker tapes. See these? I bought a case of these. dirt cheap. When I see a case, it was probably $5. I got a whole bunch of these still sealed, but you can take this and cut this to shape on your piece. I would get the thickest one you can get, and you can just lay it out that way. So that is a little bit of a hack there. But let's go ahead and we're going to go with the bigger line so you guys can kind of see these on camera a little better. So let's go ahead and go with a 3 and a 4. And we'll start, I don't know, I think we'll start with the 4. All right, so pull that side out. You can see the shape here. Oh boy, see if I can get you guys in on the action here a little bit. This looks pretty good. I'm not really set up for building on camera yet. That's why I haven't done it. But we will plan on it in the future. Now here's what you want to do. You're going to come in, you're going to hit against the tape, and you're just going to scribe slowly. On your first shot, you're barely going to put pressure. You know, you can go whatever side's comfortable to you. If you need to pull towards yourself, then flip the piece this way. What you want to do is you just want to rest against the tape and just come across, flip it over, and just come across lightly. And that's it. Now once you pull it across a couple of times, you're going to go in for the kill, so to speak. So I would lay it down so you get some pressure on it. All right. And we're just going to pull across. 2 or 3, maybe 5 is your lucky number. You can see once you start getting the plastic curls, you're doing good. You can feel it once it starts to grab. You can kind of, you get that sound that it makes, and you after you've done this a few times, you know you've got it. Now here's what we're going to do. Here's the draw. We are going to flip this around. Hold on, let me grab a toothbrush. You get these toothbrushes at the dollar store. Package of like 4 or 5 for $1, obviously. All right. Now we're going to flip it around. We're going to take off the end. We're going to flip it this way so we don't get stabbed. Now we're going to go to the smaller size, and we're going to take it onto this angle here. We're going to come here and then down. So here we go. Nice and easy. Right to the point where the corner hits, right there. There you go. Now I felt it grab really well here, so we're going to lay it down so we get some leverage here. I could put more pressure on it, and we're just going to pull this right up. It really cuts really, really well. I've used a few, and this is up there in quality. This is really good. All right, we're going to go slowly this way, like I said. A couple of pulls lightly, where you barely even see anything being shaved off it. Then we're going to go back down for the pressure. This is no way penciled in or designed on the piece. I just grabbed any simple way that I can show you guys the product, you know. So that's it. That is that one. Now let's go ahead and get the larger blade and do this other piece as I continue to cut away for you guys here. That's it. All right. Okay, now for the next one. We'll get the 0.5 and the 0.6. We're going large here. All right, we'll do 0.6 first. We'll go larger. And we're going to go across here, because there's already a panel line in this piece. Can you see it right there? So let's go ahead. I got a manicure yesterday. You wouldn't know it, right? Look at this. Oh, that's not too bad. Looks pretty good there. Went and got a manicure because the nails were looking rough. All right, you ready? Here we go. Nice and light across. Let's get this out of the way so the camera will focus in a little bit here. All right. Now this is a really large. This is the 0.6. This is the biggest one on the line. So we're going to just go lightly across. And what you're doing is you're building the guideline, because if you just go in quick, you end up going right off. Even with the guide tape, you end up, it has a life of its own, and it wants to travel, so to speak, just like that, right off the tape. That's because I'm holding it up. I normally would do this all against the table, but I'm holding it up for you guys. All right, let's clean that off. All right, here we go. We're going to go in heavy here. Make sure you got it facing this way. That's down. All right, I'm going to try and do this over the camera here. Here we go. And we're just going to sock this one in. This is a wide line. Now, don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the size of all of them. You want to get in pretty deep so the panel line liquid will go in and not come out when you go to clean it. So that's that. Now, like the other one, we're going to flip around. I think I lost my tape here, right? Yes, I did. So let me put this guide tape on. 1 second, guys. All right, guys, got the tape back on. It was a little touch and go there. It got a little dusty. I had to get a fresh piece, but we're on there. And that's it. Now we're going with the 0.5 across two sides of this. No special design here. I just went ahead and just chucked the tape anywhere I thought would look good, just to show you the basics here. All right. I've already gone slowly on this end. Like I said, you're barely going to add any pressure. All right. And even once you get the groove in, you could probably even remove the guide tape. And you can see your work a little better. Now that that's in, we're going to lay it down here and really scribe it in. There we go. All right, and there it is. So we peel off the tape. And there we go. Look at that. Get rid of that. All right, let's get this out of here. All this dust. Scribing dust. The hell is that? I'll stick. There we go. See that? Now we're across and down. What we're going to do is we're going to put the panel liner in there so we can see what we're doing. But first, let me grab a. Oops, sorry guys. I'll cut this out. I'm going to grab a piece of sandpaper. 1 second. All right, got my display sandpapers here. What am I going to go with? 1000 grit. We just want to lightly clean off any remnants of dust and the little rough edges from the top part of the panel line. Do that on both sides. There we go. And then you're going to take your toothbrush here, clean out any dust, and then we're going to go ahead and put some panel lining in this. Put some panel line liquid in this. There we go. And that looks great. Looks great. Okay. All right, let me pause this. Let me get this out of the way. We'll bring in the panel liner here, and let's fill these in. All right, here we are. We are back and ready with our two pieces. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Hold on, guys. Let's adjust this. There we go. Like I said, I'm not really set up for this kind of stuff yet. There's all stuff on the bench. Anyway, I reached for my Tamiya. I was going to grab my panel liner, my black one, but I don't have a jar. Should have kept one for myself. All right, we're just going to go ahead and load this up. There we go. There we go. Beautiful line. Wow, it came out good. All right. Look at that. All right, let's get the other piece. Oop, this one has one from the factory, so maybe we'll do them all. See what we get here. This is the 6, so this is going to take a lot more panel lining liquid. So let's go load this up. There we go. There we go. All right, let's do the one on the angle I did here. Whoa, there we go. Check that out. All right, here's the one that came with it from the factory. There we go. Okay. Let this dry. Actually, I'm going to put this in the dehydrator, which is in the other room. Let me go throw that in there for about 5 minutes, get it to dry, and then we're going to clean it up. And we'll go over all the sizes at the end here. So, yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We're going to use Ronsonol or Zippo lighter fluid. I'm going to use my favorite swabs here. They are gun cleaning swabs on wooden sticks, rounded end, pointed end. I use these to clean my airbrush and panel line. So pick one of these here. Let's go with the Ronsonol. I got to get a little knife here to open her up here. All right. Either works. The reason why is it doesn't damage the paint, as long as it's not enamel paint, because these are enamels, is it's super fast evaporating. And it doesn't stick around long enough to... Let's zoom this in. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Hold on. What happens is the liquid doesn't end up staying on the piece for long because it evaporates so quickly. And that's why I personally recommend lighter fluid. So there we go. Look at that. This is the bigger line here. That's the one. That's the 6, and that's the 5. It's subtle, but if you see it in person, it looks really proper. Cleaned up really nice. Look at that. All right, let's get a little more on this for the other one. It's a little too much. So if you get too much, you want to dry it off a little bit. Now we can just go to town here. Same as the other one. Don't be afraid if it's not pulling up right away. A few more rubs will clean it up. It went off to the side here. I don't know why. I was a little heavy with the panel liner. Now we just got these 2 dots here in the middle. See it? So we're just going to go in with the point here. So we can kind of target that. All right. I think we're good. Now because we cut such deep lines, you're not going to pull up any of the paint. Plus it's pretty well dry from the dehydrator. But there you go. All done with these Scribers. Very high quality. These are up there with some of the best I've ever tried. So I am quite impressed. Now I'm going to show you the size of each one on a board here before we wrap this up so you guys can get a glimpse of what we are talking about as far as the sizes go. And here they are. This is... Each grouping is each tool. So these 2 are in one. That's the second one. This is the third one up, and that's the biggest one right there. And on camera, it's pretty subtle, but in person, you can see the difference. Particularly on a kit, you can the subtle difference it makes a big deal. But that is all of them right there. This is a thick piece of plastic from Evergreen Plastic Supply here in the U.S. I want to thank you, Chuck, for hooking me up with this piece and the little numbers that I put on here. Chuck at Appanog Hobby here in my home state of Rhode Island. So there you go. Immature Uncle dual-sided Scribers. I like them. They're convenient. You flip them around, do another line without having to change a tool. They're pretty comfortable in the hand. They're flat, so you kind of know every time where you're headed here with the scribing. I will put a link below where I got these from, and just use that link. It'll be right below the video in the description. And there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and rework this video, and I'll show you this panel line creator. It turns seam lines into panel lines. So that is a nice tool from them also. And yeah, there it is. There you go, guys. That is the test. I like them. So I'm going to say one more thing. I want to thank you guys so much for purchasing my paint line. It has really helped show the manufacturer how strong of an audience you guys really are. They sold out well. I'm getting really good feedback already from the paints, and they really do spray nice. And I can't wait for you guys to try them if you haven't already. Thank you to the guys who already have said you've tested them, and they are great. So with that being sold, we sold out of them. The giveaway will take about a week. We'll pick a name out, and I'll announce it here, and we'll send out that beautiful, perfect grade prize package to you. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to give out a prize right away for the second set of paints, which is coming soon, very soon. We're going to do the metallics, the metal colors, the gold, silvers, the aluminum, the brass, copper, that kind of stuff. It's going to be that's another nice line that is coming. Same manufacturer, same bottles. So we'll be doing a full test and a full giveaway for those. I can't wait for you guys to see them. And I plan on adding extra colors to the line that is out already, the ones that I already have. And with that, we're going to sell a yellow to go with the reds and the greens. And here's my favorite. This is my Nocturne Red. That's Nocturne Purple. Really dark. So I panel-line this one a little bit. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Anyway, you guys are the best. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you know when there's another video coming up. We aim for 2 videos a week, and we've been going strong. And anyway, leave a comment if you have a question, and please consider joining my Patreon channel where I can answer your questions more directly, even with a personal video. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. God bless you all, and have a great day.